Hello everyone, my name is Karl Bajan. The video will be in English language. I don't think anyone is interested in this topic, so I will not publish the Kazakh version of this video. Arrays are used to store data sets in Java. However, they are not always convenient to use primarily because they have a fixed length. Collections solve this problem in Java. However, the point is not only about reusable sets of objects, but also about the fact that collection classes implement variables. I use the array list collection on this task. Let's write code together using. So I can copy and import all the modules first. Because it's an array list, the first thing I do is create a string and name it people. Now let's have increased the speed of the video. The video and webcam events don't mess. I apologize in advance for that. So, to ask the user for the person name, I add another variable for type string and call it name. I will call it name. Then I ask the user's names of people. So far 5 people are unknowns. So I use the for loop and ask for person's name 5 times. And I put the reserved names back on the console. And I will make a new small addition to that. I'll show you how many people are on the list. I use a simple Java functions for this, so I don't think it's difficult situation. This is program. I use function to add an item to list, calculate how many items they are the list. The function development in array list collection helped me with all of the above. For example, add person, remove person, set person, and I use only the conditional operator for find the users or persons. In the second task, we again give it UML diagram. Since I had no plan to make a video, so I turned it to paper and pen. Now that I don't have much time for redraw, I will just show a ING of that drawn diagram. I hope this considered a report. This third task has two parts. The first part is collection sorting. there was a diagonal of the matrix. There was a diagonal of the matrix, column and sorting, ascending and ascending. As mentioned above, this video was not the plan, so I did not videotape of the coding process at all. It took me more than 4 days, so I'm going to explain in general the code that I write this code. I didn't have 2 weeks to learn Java, so I didn't genuinely understand these loops, and the disadvantage was that it cost me a little while writing the code. So again, I want to re-import modules like scanner and arrays. I added the menu function to the first main class, and inside the function I showed all the tasks given to the user and asked it which one to choose, and then after defining these 3 tasks by the conditional operator, I placed the functions correction to the task. I placed the function corresponding to the task. In place, I had to create 5 different types of sorting. To do this, I created 5 different functions, and I added a variable that asks how many columns there must be in each function. And I got the elements inside the array is for loop. That I added another loop into the for loop and built a matrix. I started sorting by the selected task. If the user selected is first most, I fold the array down from the smallest and redisplay it on the screen so that the code assembles the array and ascending order with all diagonals. The second task does the same, taking the elements of the array and displaying it again. Because I didn't know about the loop here, I wrote 1000 lines of code instead of 10-20 lines of code. That is, I took element and checked it on element several times with the help of conditional operators. So I write the code to repair 4, 9, 16 times. I will leave all the codes in the link if you want to see them there. Now for the third task, I got a one decimal array. I sorted it with the help of the arrays module and displayed it and redisplayed it. And the beginning is same. I ask the user about the elements, asking now how many elements there are in array. That is, I used a different method to sort, and the function is the same position only. The first task and the second task were the same. It is similar. Only in the first task I had to show descending order, not ascending order. Using conditional operators, I repaired the code for the second task by descending sorts, and so the fourth task ended. The fifth task and the third task are the same, but if fifth task is the same and the fourth. To do this when using for loop, I simply reduced the variable given. Then an array will be reserved, and the links to this basic code I will in the description. Now it is the second part of the third task. I honestly didn't get right about quick search, but the third task was much earlier than the first. I just took the array as the beginning and then asked the user what elements they wanted to find. when I need the program index of the number written by user. In the second, I use it as the original sort method of show all elements in one line along with one element. The reason I did this was because I don't understand how to find quickly. I hope this is also a report. So as for the task, I think I showed the while second and the beginning. So in the first task I talked in detail about the items given the first task. So there is no need to drill on it. And now the 5 task and final task. Here is necessary to create an interface for the program. So I will explain the codes individually. After importing a few modules, I create a new class. There will show you some elements using JFrame. And in general, the JFrame module has everything, such as button, text, checkbox, radio button, enter text, input text, and others. I have shown in the code, but I broke them. That is, in the code I gave a personal example of this and showed how to build this interface. And I just added a HTML input form and a button. I didn't have time for this task, so to save as much time as possible, I create a small project. I hope this shows that I understand better. The video is coming, and if you need the Kazakh version of this video, if the topic interesting for you, write it below and I will put it. So thank you very much.